running a successful food truck business and life. We invite you along to join Josh and Skippy on this journey. This is Monday Morning Food Truck.
Good morning, Skippy.
Good morning.
Skippy sneezy.
I'm very sneezy. That's probably 12 so far just
Nice.
this morning. Good morning, Joshua.
Hi, how are you?
Uh, Not high, and I'm uh, congested. That's the word.
All right. Good.
Other than that, just great.
We've got a great show today. We are short a special guest, and Isaac was supposed to be joining us for the show today. He had to cancel this morning for a business emergency, and we'll let him tell that story. I think he's gonna be on next week, so I'll push him back. But towards the end of the show, I think we're going to have on Sheldon
Cooper?
From the Food Truck Owners Expo. He wanted to hop back on. That starts in 2 weeks. 2 weeks today. Looking forward to that. So around 10 o'clock.
No, 2 weeks tomorrow, bud. 2 weeks tomorrow.
Well, I leave 2 weeks today.
Oh, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Anyways. So yeah, he'll be on. I think I shot him all of the information this morning. I have not heard back from him, but I also know he's a time zone or two behind. So we're looking for him at 10 o'clock, hopefully. Other than that, we had awesome weeks, I'm guessing.
We had weeks. We had
Full
a week.
of hungry, busyness.
Full of piss and vinegar.
That is you every day. Good morning, Mark. How you doing? Hello.
Is that Superstore Mark?
It's Super Mark from the Superstore.
Super Mark.
Coming high off of a miraculous escape from the Packers yesterday.
Well,
trying to get beat by the Jags. Oh, Mark's in Kansas City. He's at the Royal. Royal?
Yes.
You're at the Royal already?
Yes. Probably just went south.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, there's that whole thing going on.
There's that whole thing going on?
No, that whole thing, that Royal thing next weekend, or this coming weekend, I should say.
Gotcha.
He
did a comp yesterday. How'd you do, Mark? I saw no post of trophies, so I'm assuming you did not win.
Was he at that Missouri comp?
I'm going to guess so.
He probably cooked with somebody. Anyway, it was calendar. It was light.
Light in customers or light in schedule?
Light in schedule.
Okay.
Yeah. Very light. Thursday. We start with Thursday.
Okay.
We did a little.
Wait, it's starting Thursday?
Yeah. Yeah.
Good morning, friend.
They really do a lot on Friday or on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Mark finished 29th, by the way.
Good job, Mark.
682. I don't have one in Michigan.
Solid 29th place. Ugh.
Well, considering first place was 705.
Hey, Josh, why don't you compete anymore? I don't know. 689 get you 20th place.
Exactly.
30th place.
Anyway, actually, I had some truck not problems, but truck things I had to take care of. I had to obtain new tires, new shocks, and basically a new front end. Yep, a lot of things worn out. And then I found out that my cruise control has been very intermittent lately. Well, basically since I bought the truck. And when I took it into to the dealership to get a recall, I said, I asked them about it. They're like, well, the module that does your adaptive cruise control is kind of rusted out and needs to be replaced. I'm like, oh, that can't be that much, right? No, $1,800.
How old is your truck?
19. The problem is the guy
It's
who
a
had
Ford.
it before, that too probably,
Oh.
but no, I love my Ford. The guy who had it probably plowed a lot, and it probably got rusted out because of plowing. That's why I had to replace a couple tie rods and.
You plow things enough, they get worn out.
They do.
Good morning, Bernie. Good morning, Fran. Good morning, Mark. All the people.
Good morning, everybody. Just good morning, everybody.
Mark was 6 points out of 12.
That's
I don't miss it at all. I don't miss that part of it at all.
Like, that's a score. I'll just say I'm about a 12.
Ugh.
But he didn't do the double, so that's good. Or did he do a double? Because it was a double.
You just had to. He just had to prime the liver for this week. That's all.
True.
No, he did not do the double.
That's good.
All right.
Doubles. So we did that. Didn't get the truck back until Wednesday. Just went shopping Wednesday. Thursday we had a catering at a local manufacturing plant that a local Republican congressman was coming to speak to. I find it good to make sure that you do events for each of the parties, so you're not so you can prove to them that all money is green. Because there was 2 food trucks there, and the other food truck posted that they were doing something that I just said thank you to the factory for inviting us. He said thank you to the factory and Republican so and so, and he just like a week ago posted that he met with the Democratic governors and has a Democratic political sign in his business front yard, and so just people are just giving him shit all over the place for it.
Hey, that's his choice, and you have to know in this time, in this day and age, that if you are going to pick a side.
Oh, I just heard a cough in the background. You got some kids home from school?
One.
Oh boy, put them to work.
Nope.
Friday we had a twofer. We did a lunch at the Chrysler Proving Grounds here in Chelsea.
Nice.
We did 36 tickets in 18 minutes, and then it was dead. Not dead, but it was okay. It was like steady.
I got dead for you when we get to my week.
And then I contacted a local distillery in town, and I said, "Hey, I'll be here until 2. Can I hop over to your place and set up by 4?" He's like, "No." I'm like, "Okay, 5?" He's like, "No." He's like, "How about 6?" I'm like, "I guess."
All right.
So went home, half hour, put some meat on the smoker for the next day, and went back, did like 6 to 10, and it was not dead, but not busy by a long shot.
Okay.
And local high school football game was in town, and people probably not going out, even though it was nice. Saturday we did the Pause Parade. We had a Pause Parade was a good time. I met a new customer. Let's see if I can pull it up here. Change that. Please hold.
Holding.
I hate Meta Business Suite. Okay. So, here is my new favorite customer. Share. There we go. That is a great Dane named Gus. He's 4 years old.
Aw.
And just to give you an idea, I don't know how the hell do you get out of it now? What
Stop sharing.
No, I'm trying to get out of this part. Oh, there we go. There's the X. This is him on the outside. So he is rather tall.
A good boy.
He is a good boy. She was working for Chick-fil-A, and he was the cow that says "Eat more chicken."
Ah.
Anyway, so I think he came in second.
No.
So that was dead. Didn't do very much there. Went home, watched the ugliness of a Michigan State football game. They didn't have a quarterback, and they still beat us.
Mm-hmm. I didn't watch any of it.
Good thing. You'd have lost brain cells.
It sounds like it happened exactly the way I thought it was probably going to happen, except for I had picked Michigan State to win. But
most people did.
Two bad teams playing each other.
It was ugly.
Yeah,
it was just ugly.
I have no desire to watch Michigan football this year because it's just such an awful group of people.
Yeah, it's bad. I mean, it's
there's just not enough talent on the team.
It's the first game I've watched either side other than highlights. And yeah, it just wasn't good.
Yeah, Michigan does not have the talent right now. So definitely not a quarterback mark. I'm hoping they are quarterback shopping this off season.
Speaking of that, squirrel moment, the number one rated quarterback in the country out of this side of the state. High school. Bryce Underwood. He plays for a high school over on this side of the state. They were undefeated.
Mm-hmm.
Got beat by 1 point. Like just 1 point. Oh boy.
They were undefeated.
They were undefeated.
Mm-hmm. Field goals matter in high schools.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to matter whether they got beat because he still had a killer game.
Yeah,
it's like 6'4", 200-pound high school quarterback. I think he committed to LSU, even though Dave Portnoy is trying to get him to Michigan. Money travels. And then yesterday we did a local trunk or treat at a local high school. I was mesmerized by the amount of people that were at this trunk or treat. It was, I mean,
man, trunk or treats are awesome.
2,000 maybe,
like
just unbelievable.
That's what we saw at the one we had last year.
I've been to a trunk or treat before, but I've been kind of secluded. Now they were all passing me to get into it. It was like a little line.
Did you have candy out?
Of course I did.
Good job.
I'm surprised I still had some left at the end of the day. It was only 185. And I ate 7 Reese's, but still.
There was plenty of popcorn bowls there.
Definitely plenty of popcorn bowls. I think I put it in a third steel pan because that's all I had. Couldn't find my Halloween decorations. Anyway, so we did like $1,000 in 2.5 hours, so that was good. Loaded mac and cheese was definitely the high seller, along with the Elvis. Our peanut butter sandwich just keeps going and going.
Good.
And that's it. I've got a catering tomorrow, and I don't know what else. As of right now, that's kind of it.
Excellent. Good.
Kind of
it. Huh? All right.
I got my 3-month doctor's appointment tomorrow.
Excellent. How are you feeling about that?
Fair. I've got good mobility. Still tight, but we're okay. So you said we're going to talk about Dead. Let's talk about Dead.
I was like, what are you talking about? Yeah, we had a decent-ish week. We continue to have catering about once a week, which helps. It was an interesting week. Okay, so Tuesday was slow, but not bad. We're hitting about 1,300, 1,400 right now for our big roadside days. Hitting a lot of our last places or places for the last time. Wednesday we had catering for Praxis Packaging in Grand Rapids. I don't know if I talked about this before, but leading up about a week ahead, she asked for our menu so she could have it translated for people. Chris was very much looking forward to this event.
Google works wonders.
I really wish we would have had our camera set up. We got there a little bit late. It would have been a really good streaming event. So it turns out they have 24 different languages in their office, in their factory, and 24. Yep. A lot of variations of different Asian languages. The event started. I think the first group of people was out there about 5 minutes before they were supposed to be, and there was about 8 Asian ladies yelling, or at least perceived yelling, talking very loudly in very broken English, trying to order something at Chris. Bless you. After about 3 minutes of Chris trying to figure out what it is they were trying or looking to point to, he looks over at me and says, "What do you want me to do?" I said, "Take their order." And the Asian ladies thought it was the most funniest thing in the world, and they're just laughing. I don't know if at Chris or with Chris or a little combination of both.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So I had sent Caleb out to try to do some pointing and figuring and see if he could bridge a gap a little bit. And then they finally had some translation help out there for us. And they apologized. They said that sometimes their staff gets out there before managers get out there. But once we had somebody out there to help mitigate and translate a little bit, it went pretty smooth. So yeah, it was a 3,400, 3,500 event. It was a weird day though. I mean, so 11 to, I think it was 10:30 to 1 was the first group. And then for the second group, they wanted us there 6:30 to 9 or something like that. Yeah. So we had this large gap in between. But yeah, it all worked out pretty good. Mark's sending me pictures at the spa. Those cool little trophies. Mark sent me a picture of the Booby Coo trophy.
Oh yes.
The little skulls are cool. So yeah, that was our Wednesday. It was good. Nice to have that big bump and stuff. They said they will reach out to us again in the spring. Chris has already requested the day off. Hello, Pidge. Goodbye, Pidge. Skippy has left the building. I think he sneezed so hard he pooped. But kind of going on, pretty much the rest of the week was some normal stuff. Thursday was a super slow day. I don't think we hit 1,000 that day. I don't think so. Nope, we did not. We only did about $600 that day. No, $800 that day, I think. On Thursday. Friday we were at Wiseman, and then a neighborhood in the evening. Neighborhood in the evening was horrendous, which is too bad. We've usually been pretty good out there. Lunch was even pretty slow at Wiseman that day. Ended up doing like 1,100 for the day.
Okay, I'm back.
Even Deep Roots on Saturday was less than normal. We've been seeing 16, 17 out there pretty regularly. this was their last weekend open. Weather was pretty decent on Saturday here. It was chilly, but a good fall day. And yeah, we only
It
ended
was
up,
windy.
yeah, we were down $300-400 from what we normally do out there this year. We did have a wedding tasting out there while we were there, and they were super happy. It looks like we're going to be booking that wedding for next year. And then Sunday, oh Sundays, Trail Point has been slow. It's their slowest day of the week. Um, we had started picking up pretty good in the spring once we got towards summer. And now that we're back on that downward swing, obviously it's slower. Um, but I mean, I've been going out alone. We'd do eight to 1,000 for the day. It's fine. We make a few $100, call it good for the day, and keep trying to build that customer base out there. This Sunday, through 2.5 hours, I had taken 2 orders.
Ouch.
Yeah, which I mean, I got to watch the Lions game, which, you know, when it's a blowout, I mean, lots of exciting plays, and this is kind of cool that to be a Lions fan right now, where this would be the highlight of the season, a game like that, you know. All right, look, they're turning the corner. We got some hope. Now it's like so boring. Like it's like,
Yeah.
so. Hello, Kill Phil, welcome, and Eddie, welcome. So yeah, ended up. So there was I was expecting 4 o'clock to kind of be the turning point for the evening, which is usually when it starts to pick up there. Um, but I mean, like even their inside and their patio was empty most of the day. Um, we started getting some groups of people at like 5:30. Turns out there was a trunk or treat uh, about a quarter mile down the road at one of the schools.
Oh.
um, so we ended up doing about the same as we did last week. So we were just $30 short of what we did last week, all in the last hour and a half. So
Well, that's good.
it was slow enough that I was getting to the point where I was going to shut down early. And as I started kind of cleaning up, just kind of slowly getting through some stuff and wrapping some stuff up, everybody came. So glad it worked out that way. Got rid of most of the food, which is good. So it was nice to have a Cubano, breaking out the panini for the day and munching on some Cubanos for the day. And yeah, not bad. It was not a bad week. It's slower than it has been, but yeah. I mean, each week is going to be a little bit slower than the week before, right now. But yeah, we were right there, close to break even for the week, or just above it. I mean, we're at the point where we're good. So yeah, this week should be interesting. I don't know what to expect. All of our locations this week are the last time we're there. So we should have a decent little bump from that. We have some catering on Wednesday evening. We're at Midwest on Thursday, which should be a banger of a day. And then we're doing something there, doing a neighborhood for trick or treating. No idea what to expect for that. And then yeah, we have a wedding on Friday and back in Nuevo on Saturday. So we should be ending October pretty hard, pretty strong. I think that we're going to end up about 10 grand above where we were for last October, which will put us about 30% up over last October, which is pretty awesome. And further notes, our Train commercial HVAC company over here, based out of here, we've done some stuff for them. Their staff is pretty good followers of ours. We got a lot of their staff. When we're at Wiseman, booked us for a gig for next Tuesday. Not next Tuesday, but the Tuesday following. I guess that would be next Tuesday. This Tuesday's tomorrow.
A week from Tuesday. How about that?
A week from tomorrow. And then they asked about if we could do 3 office parties for Christmas for them. I said, absolutely. Be happy
you
to.
said
So,
no.
huh?
Of course you said no.
Of course I said no.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
not available.
we are
Available.
100% available. So yeah, we're doing Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, the week before Christmas, and I just had somebody else reach out to me asking about that Friday of that week. So for a company party. So yeah, December is looking like it's going to be a banger too. Yeah, it's a.
I'm sure that smoker is just going to love working in December.
It does fine. It has no problem.
I didn't say it doesn't. Just said I'm sure it's going to love it.
Not as much as I'm going to love it. So got to pay for the new smoker somehow.
True that.
So yeah, it's looking like, hey, Spoons.
Spoons?
Make sure you follow us, Spoons. Yeah.
Hi, Spoons.
Guessing it hit Spoons For You page because of Mark. So thanks, Mark, for listening in. Say hi to Spoons. Assuming it's the same Spoons. I'm guessing they're sitting next to each other.
Probably.
Yeah. So yeah, it's I think we're gonna hit 400. We should, unless something weird happens. But 400,000 should be we're about where we are for the year. So at least. So
close
it's
to a $500,000.
yeah, we're at 370 right now. I think for the year, if I remember right. Let me look real quick. Where are we at here? 373, 997. So 374 right now. So yeah, it's we're up 16% year to year.
So I have some news.
You have news?
Yeah, because as far as our me taking time off and how that's done to our sales, whether we're going to hit our last year's sales or not.
Okay.
As of right today,
I'm trying to.
I'm up. I am up 0.22%.
Yes. Good job, Skippy.
As of today. We actually did $6,000 more this October than we did last October.
That's awesome. Good job, bud. So how does the rest of your schedule this year compare to what it was last year?
Doesn't. As far as schedule goes, I don't remember what.
Are you thinking you're going to end up negative then?
I need like $9,000 more.
All right. Do you have
two?
But it sounds like you're pretty light though.
Please hold.
Okay, I'm sorry. Jeez.
Please hold.
You know,
I have
a conversation we're supposed to be having. You can't just have me be quiet the whole time.
Please hold. It's not all Josh all the time. I have 2 events in November right now. That'll definitely not equal $9,000. But last year I had last year I had 5.
Okay.
I had 5 events. One was a $1,500 catering that I already did this year. I didn't have. They booked it a month earlier. One's a car sale. I always go out day before Thanksgiving and do tacos at my local bar.
Mm-hmm.
I did a craft show and like a roadside. That was pretty much it.
All right.
So it's definitely possible because we're gonna news on the cafe. The floor is done.
Did you pay for it?
No.
Nice.
The floor is done. It needs finishing work as far as we need to wax it, which I'll get somebody in there this week to do that. And then we need basically the electrical finished as far as like it's roughed in right now. So it needs to be hooked into the box and We need plumbing finished, which is also roughed in. We need that hooked up, and then a drain in the middle of the floor. And then I can get equipment in. Hopefully, equipment will be in after World Foods, and might get this bitch open before December.
Nice.
And then I'll hopefully. So then December. So I was going over, because I do everything pretty much on a whim. No
Yes.
thought goes into anything whatsoever.
That is not true.
That is mostly true.
Okay.
I'm probably the biggest flip flopper in the world, and I get that.
No idea.
I was going over my head on, like, what is this actually going to cost me, and what's it going to? Who are you messaging?
Mark said spoons are sitting right next to him.
Of
So
course.
they're sitting next to each other, both with their TikTok open, watching the podcast.
Well, we definitely appreciate you both.
Sure do.
Please go to the YouTube and subscribe.
You could throw a couple likes on it while you're watching. It'd be fine.
Can they do roses or whatever, the send presents or whatever? Whatever the like thing is. Can they do something?
Yeah.
Anyway. It'd be good to have Rich and Mark on there on the podcast one day.
Yeah.
Because I'd love to know, like, how since they provide wholesale discounts to, like, food trucks and restaurants and stuff like that. Can you stop moving whatever you're moving, please? For the love of Jesus, stop! You're just moving your cup, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll stop moving.
You just moved. Seriously?
Sorry, I have 10 different screens to watch here for all our comments and things.
Cheers.
No.
Well, forget you. Yeah, what this whole cafe thing is going to cost me, like, monthly. Because now I got to accommodate for rent and things of that nature. So I was kind of going through rough numbers yesterday and vomited twice, and but we're gonna get through it. We're gonna do it. It's gonna be great. Great. It's gonna be.
Yep. Bernie says congrats to me, and also he says to you to get that cafe opened, you can get 9,000 a week easy. So, and Fran says, "Yay!"
First of all, not a week. Month would be nice, but not a week.
Mark says 2 guys, 1 cup. And WTF. Okay.
It's early for Mark.
Bernie says, let's dissect those cafe numbers and make sure you have all your expenses listed.
Oh boy.
Are you paying for utilities?
Half. Actually, no. I apologize. Only a third.
Okay.
Third utilities. I'm paying for half garbage because I'll probably have more than he does. The one concern I still have is outside lighting in the parking lot. I will not open until that's done because I don't think it's safe. And plus, nobody knows that we're going to be open because we can throw an open sign on there, but nobody will know. I'd love to get a smoker outside in the front of the building just so people can see something see something going on out there.
I'll sell you a really nice one.
Sure you will. It's $1,000 a month. $1,000 a month for rent.
Okay.
He's doing all the Wi-Fi and all that stuff. He's taking care of all that. I put like $1,000 a week for expenses, like for everything I need to serve food, and what else? Yeah, it basically I had to do to make sure the bills are paid and make sure payroll's paid. It's like $425 a day for 5 days.
Okay.
Like that's what I need to do, and I think that'll be when I'm out in Brooklyn, I do anywhere between 8 and 1,000 a day. So I did find out that the other place that I was looking at did get rented out, and it's being built into a pizza restaurant.
Okay. Bernie says insurance, permits, fire inspection, staffing. Are you actually doing payroll now, or going to be doing payroll for those?
Yes, once the people are in place, yes. Permits, I'm good. Health department, that's all I have to worry about. Uh, which I've already submitted all the paperwork. They're just months behind. Um, fire inspection, don't need. We don't have a hood. We don't have any grease. We have an induction burner for noodles. Yeah, it's basically just supplies is the biggest thing. Supplies and payroll. I have a couple people that want to come work for me. Which is good. But Jason, I will hit you up just to ask you about your building and see what I need, see what else I'm missing. Insurance, I need to look into. I haven't really dove into that yet on what I need versus because I don't own the building. It's just renter's insurance basically. But is there a commercial renter's insurance policy? So yeah, so that's what we're working on. But like I said, I will not open until he puts a light out in the parking lot.
Excellent.
Hopefully.
Yeah. So I got my new cameras. We talked about those. EET, not EAT.
Yes, we had that discussion last week.
They are solid cameras. I talked to Nick and I chatted for a while yesterday. He was curious about them. I told him I kind of give him a full review-ish today for as much as we used them. They're really solid cameras, and they seem to be pretty durable. The one has dropped a couple times with no discernible problems that I've noticed. So yeah, we did live a couple times with them. The biggest problem we have, so we have 3 cameras. We were running 2 at a time. It's a lot of bandwidth. So we get to areas where our signal's not super great using our hotspot. It definitely is going to disconnect, reconnect a ton. And if you're using it off a hotspot, you're going to want to make sure that you have a truly unlimited hotspot and not one that's going to throttle down after 4 gig a month or whatever. AT&T's hotspots do not throttle, so they are truly unlimited. I think the most we've put on our hotspot in a month right now is about 100 gig. And it seems to be doing okay. The problem is all the places that I think to bring the cameras are places that we don't have great cell service. So we're going to try to run them tomorrow. But yeah, the quality on the cameras is pretty awesome. Those watching the YouTube feed, the little insert, or not the YouTube feed, I'm sorry, the TikTok feed. There's our regular podcast feed, and there's another insert that has one of the e-meets on it that I'm using. So the quality is way better than what is off my webcam, even my external webcam. Those also come with detachable Patel mics that are Bluetooth connected to each individual cameras. So yeah, and they clip right on. You can clip them right onto your shirt or somewhere else. They work really well. All the cameras are have a battery in them, so you can run off SD cards, or you can connect them right into your laptop and record that way, like we do for TikTok and stuff. But as of right now, they work really well. I was under the impression that you could connect via Bluetooth to your phone for like the TikTok app, and that does not seem to be a thing. Or at least I have not been able to figure out how to get it to work yet. So I can get the camera to connect, but I only pull through audio. I don't get any of the picture. So still working on that and working through that, but I think it'll work. Otherwise, I mean, using a laptop for TikTok streaming is not horrible. I'm already working on ways to be able to probably replace the laptop with a small desktop a little square desktop that we can stash up in a corner somewhere and then run it to a monitor with a wireless keyboard on it. For when we get doing this more often. So yeah, we've had pretty consistent viewers for a lot of the time. We had somebody on one of our feeds for 8 hours, pretty much the whole time, which is weird. Bless you.
Thank you. I feel blessed.
So yeah, I recommend them if you guys are doing streaming or if you're just looking to do video for marketing or stuff like that. They're really good cameras. They're not cheap by any stretch. We got a 3-camera bundle with a travel case, and it came with 2 little tripods, 3 tripods actually. And I think we were about $600. So in the grand scheme of things, not horribly priced. But yeah, if you're looking to make some marketing videos, it's not bad. Yeah, we look forward to playing with those more. I've played around with some like cooking demonstrations and stuff like that in the kitchen the last couple winters, and looking forward to kind of pushing that a little bit further. Being able to have the biggest problem was moving cameras while I'm doing it off of one camera, and then forgetting to move a camera, making sure that I'm inside of view. Being able to have multiple cameras around, kind of facing each direction, would make things a lot easier for that kind of thing. So, yeah, there's that. My other big recommendation for everybody is a book. So I listen to a lot of audiobooks during the season while I'm prepping stuff in the morning. Gary Vaynerchuk's been a big source of material for me. But I was rewatching The Bear again and seeing some of the books that are in the series, like Richie carrying around a book and stuff. So just kind of looking to see if they're real books and stuff. A big source of material for the show and inspiration for the show is a book called Unreasonable Hospitality. Those that who have watched the show, the Chicago pizza scene from Ever, the episode Forks, is a true story from the guy, the manager of the restaurants that is in the book. So it's all a true experience of 11 Madison Place, the restaurant in New York. The guy that ran it and then eventually ended up owning it. Are you sending me something? Did you dig me? Nope. Okay. Really, really solid book, and something I think high-end, high-functioning places of business all kind of strive for unreasonable hospitality. So no matter what field you're in, it applies. So,
well, just the title, The Remarkable Power of Giving People More Than They Expect.
mm-hmm.
I like it.
So it's very much, Will Guidara owned a whole lot of restaurants through his career, managed a whole lot of restaurants, a whole lot of Michelin star restaurants. The only restaurant to go from 1 star to 3 stars in 1 year, Michelin stars, was the number 1 ranked restaurant in the world for a period. Yeah, they used to Google the people that made reservations ahead of time, print off pictures for them so that when they walked in, they could call them by name for the reservation.
Wow.
They would Uber stock their coat check. They had no tickets. So it's pretty crazy. So they would have your coat ready for you when you left your table and started walking towards the door. So just the communication between that staff and coach staff, and yeah, it's pretty remarkable the things that they were able to achieve. And it's what can you apply to a food truck? And I think there's a lot there that you can. So
there's Sorry, go ahead.
No, you first.
No, it said I'm on the Amazon listing, and it says featured in FX's The Bear,
mm-hmm.
and Showtime's Billions. Billions is one of my all-time favorite shows.
Oh yeah,
love that show.
So yeah, there was a couple books in there from the show that I saw. that I picked up for audio, and yeah,
Oh,
this was a good listen. Probably one that I'll listen to a few times just to pick out what I missed. Um, yeah, really solid listen. For those of you that looking to
huh.
really
That's-
improve the way you do things and make it more about the people you're serving versus the food you're serving. Ray Kroc probably put it best. We're not a we're not a hamburger business. We're a people business serving hamburgers.
Absolutely.
Um, and it's kind of the same thing. That's the way I've always seen what we do. It's always about the people. So, what can you do to make their experience a little bit more memorable? And what can you do to make them talk about you 2 years from now? What sticks out in what you did that they remember you 2 years from now? So, Skippy, you haven't made it through the bear yet, have you?
I
I know your wife is
lost.
watching it.
She was I watched a couple episodes of the latest season. I couldn't get in. I mean, I got into. I can't say I can't get into it, but it was okay. It wasn't. I don't know. For some reason, it's not my cup of tea.
Yeah, Jason says season 3 was a letdown for him. I thought season 3 was pretty phenomenal, personally. But I think that's kind of where everybody is. Season 3 was pretty polarizing for a lot of people. Outside of the first couple episodes where there was a whole lot of yelling, I thought the rest of the season was pretty good. So
I watched the episode where they really opened up the new restaurant and the one.
Yeah, like in the walk-in.
Yes, on purpose.
On purpose.
And basically his whole team basically just took the reins and did what they were supposed to. And the one guy who was always the asshole in the beginning
Richie
turned out to be an absolute stud at what he jumped in doing. And it just it's also, if you get the right people working for you, you won't fail.
harder to fail.
Harder to fail.
Yeah. So, man, I thought season 3 was really good. I really enjoyed season 3. But I know I am in the minority.
When I was doing the event for the factory that had the congressman coming, I got a chance to meet the owner of the factory, and he was kind of telling us his story. And the story was that he, back in the late 80s, went bankrupt and kept the business as in it was still his, but basically just everything was taking a downturn, couldn't do anything, and he just had a dream and he just kept pushing forward to it. And it brought me to the time I worked for Quicken Loans, which is also Rocket Mortgage, or formerly known as Quicken Loans, but now Rocket Mortgage. They have isms, basically things to live by, or culture to live by. And one of theirs, which I think follows a lot of what small businesses do. There are people around us when they open a small business, and it could be food truck, could be a restaurant, could be a cleaning company, could be anything. It really brought out the other day, and it was numbers and money follow, they don't lead. And when I was working there, I didn't really understand it. I was a lot younger, but it really took me to understanding that from opening up my own business is you're either chasing money or you're chasing a dream. And if all you're doing is chasing money, that when I was talking to him, he's like, that'll make you fail just for chasing money. But if you chase a dream and you're living your dream, that money will come, and it will be because nobody's going to work harder than you on that dream. So I say it to a bunch of other people: numbers and money follow; they don't lead. They also had a bunch of other ones too. Geez, you're getting pinged.
Yeah, I don't get why I don't get true push notifications from like I get groups of them.
Yeah, me too.
I'm not sure why.
Your Facebook Messenger?
Everything, emails, like it all comes through in groups.
Yeah.
Like so in that last dings, I got a Snapchat, Meta, Gmail, Credit Karma, Robinhood.
Oh, how's Robinhood doing?
Yeah, we're doing all right.
Good.
Progress looks good on you, Joshua. Thank you.
You still got that doggy coin?
Yeah. I got Doge and Shiba Inu.
Ooh.
I just bought more Shiba Inu not too long ago. Another $50 worth.
Ooh.
I got 5.5 million Shiba Inus.
That's a lot of doggos.
I just need to hit it. Just like if we could get to like 50 cents.
Like if you can have it. I remember when I bought it. It was the first day that I came to your truck to work it, and I think I had like 60 cents or 60 dollars worth, and it dropped to like 30 in one day. I'm like,
Yeah, everything was going fine until Elon hopped on SNL and kind of made it sound like a joke. Yeah, bastard. But hold on to it. To the moon.
Yeah, sure I will.
Sheldon will be joining us at 10 o'clock. Sorry, I had to. Oh, man. I did a marketing message this morning with our weekly schedule and forgot to actually attach the weekly schedule to it. So I had to resend it, but apparently not everybody got it. So I'm now responding to 100 messages of, I don't see the schedule posted.
Yeah.
Which it's now just posted on our regular page. So it's not that hard to figure out, people. Anyways, so yeah, those were my two things, my two recommendations. We're pretty happy with that. I have some other things we're going to be doing. Really, we haven't even started marketing for holiday parties yet. So getting all these coming through is pretty awesome. And I don't even know that I'm going to really push hard on it now. I mean, now that we've got 3 to 4, 3 for sure, maybe a fourth. Like, how hard do I want to work in December? So get that one week done, and I mean it's a 12, 13 grand for the week. So it's a good December.
Yeah, right. So. Can I go over one more of those isms?
Yeah, sure.
Because I think it listening to it will help a lot of people. The ism is you'll see it when you believe it. We lead with our hearts and minds. We take the opposite approach too. I'll believe it when I see it. Nothing significant in this world has ever happened without somebody believing in it first.
Mm-hmm.
We know that when we believe in our ability to impact the outcome, we dramatically increase our odds of success. If we believe it can happen, it will.
Mm-hmm.
If you believe in your business, that's the first step. Believe in everything that you do. And there's my words of wisdom for the day. After this, I'm gonna take a nap.
Your ism is shining bright today, buddy.
Good. I'm glowing.
Glowing.
Is this my halo? Yes, halo. There you go.
Yeah, it's yeah, more or less.
I can't really bend anymore, so that's what I got.
Of course, you can share your 2 quotes.
Please. Jason. We could have a quote segment. A quote off.
That'd be Should we have Sheldon waiting? Hurry up. Come on, Bernie. Get it to us.
No, Sheldon's got 3 minutes. Well, hold on. Why am I fighting for Jason? Never mind. Get Sheldon on here now.
Fuck good, be great.
Oh,
I like that one.
I can.
The restaurant Ever, which is featured in the Bear, is an actual restaurant in Chicago, Michelin-rated restaurant. In their bathroom, they have on a loop the Matthew McConaughey graduation speech.
I gotta look at that one again.
I think it's his 5 lessons or whatever. It's just played on a loop in the bathroom. And then his other one was Nobody Cares, Work Harder.
True that. I personally like Michael Keaton's end of his graduation speech. Just remember one thing. I'm Batman.
Always wear sunscreen? No.
No, he says just remember one thing. I'm Batman.
Always. All right. Let's bring Sheldon in.
You don't need to yell. God.
I'm sorry.
Killing me.
And Sheldon. Hey, buddy. Can you hear us?
Oh,
hey guys, how's it going?
Yeah.
He's there now.
He's there. All right.
He's there now.
All right. Yeah, can you guys hear me okay?
Can hear you great.
Okay.
Oh, there's an echo somewhere though.
Yeah, we're getting a loop.
There's an echo somewhere though. I think.
Sit here.
I'll mute my mic.
It's not just you though.
Is it me?
I think so. I think your microphone's picking up your speaker. I like that on his back wall.
All right. Can you guys hear me now?
Can hear you good?
Can hear you good.
Yes, and the echo's gone. Perfect.
Okay.
Awesome. Welcome, Sheldon, from the Food Truck Owners Expo, which is taking place in just a couple weeks in Orlando.
Yeah.
So how are things going? Are we feeling awesome about it?
Really good. Yeah, we had a lot of momentum coming after Houston. Houston was our very first show. So it was a little bit unknown on our side, being show organizers. Starting something new is always, a little scary, and you have to build your database and all that. But Houston went great. We had about 400 people, which is about what we were expecting, honestly. But it was still, everyone we talked to, from the exhibitors and the supplier side to the attendees, said they met good people. They made, very valuable connections and really got some business done. The education was a huge hit. People were just taking copious notes and asking like, all right, I want to come to the next one. Is education going to be different in Orlando? Mm-hmm. So we honestly weren't really planning on making these super different. We kind of figured we'd just move the show around to make it more accessible for people. But now that people want to come to both, we realized, okay, we got to step up our education game a little bit and, have some repeat sessions that were very valuable, but then also have some newer stuff as well. So you'll see our education's filled. And
yeah, I think these people that want to do both need to work harder. How do you have time to go to two shows?
So we found out 30% of the people that came to the show didn't actually have a food truck or trailer yet. They were looking to either, transition from their brick and mortar or tent, or just completely enter this industry for the first time. So they were the ones that were kind of trying to absorb as much as possible and try to, get all their ducks in a row before actually pulling the trigger and starting that business. So, that was actually really nice to see that, they were really interested in the regulation side and the permitting to make sure they didn't run into issues down the road.
Awesome. I haven't looked at the extended hurricane forecast, but are we looking to be in the clear?
Yes, I haven't looked today either. It's about that time though, because even that there was that hurricane in Houston that hit 2 weeks before our show. So
I didn't even
really
hoping.
Yeah, so we're really hoping that Orlando will be okay.
I know Skippy and I were talking when the last ones came through and had the path right across Orlando. I was like, he's like, are we planning on going? I was like, well, if it's still there, I mean, yeah.
Yeah,
Jeez.
luckily, they, our building really didn't get hit that bad at all. I
Good.
talked to them right after. They were
Awesome.
fine. So.
And signups are going good for this one?
Yep, we're on a pace to hit about 600 people, which is
Nice.
kind of the growth we expected. And Orlando, people want to bring their families and do the vacation, go see the mouse, and that kind of stuff. So
No, thank you. My family is coming down, but not until Thursday, and then we're going to Miami. So,
oh, nice. We actually, the other show manager Cassandra and I, we actually flew to Miami last week, I guess that was, and we drove we kind of zigzagged up Florida, talking to food trucks and trailers all the way up to Jacksonville.
Awesome.
So we're helping just spread the word.
Well, good. I'm glad that the momentum's there for you guys. So going, I guess, into future, I guess. I think I saw a survey with some cities listed. Are you thinking staying at 2 shows, or
we think so? The plan is we're gonna do next year. We'll have 2 shows. We'll announce those locations actually at the Orlando show, and we'll continue the 2 show thing
next year.
We'll see. But then we're eventually probably going to settle in 2 spots, but that will be after we kind of bounce around for a little bit, just to kind of get the word out, because not everyone reads, not everyone kind of knows. So we're going to try to hit up different areas of the country and then probably settle down on 2.
Is Vegas kind of in the thought process for at least one of the bounce around spots, or do you think it's too expensive for people to get a shot?
It's definitely in the options, especially since my company's actually based out of Vegas, so that makes it easier to have it in our backyard.
I would, definitely vote for the winter one to be in Vegas, please. Thank you.
There's a really, really good chance you'll see a Vegas appearance at some point.
It's a lot easier sell for me to go to Vegas if there's a business reason for me to go than with the wife and personal reasons. But
and there's all those Southern Californias. Yeah, Vegas is a really easy spot to get to, and it's just an attraction, kind of like the Orlando thing with families.
Awesome. So I guess with that, are you thinking, as far as education goes, do you think you'll get to some higher level type stuff once we get? So a lot of this, you said, a lot of it's geared. And there's a lot of education for people that are just starting and new trucks that are trying to get into the industry. First, I know I talked to a couple of trucks in Michigan. They're like, they've been around for 10 years. Like, well, what do you think I can get out of it? I was like, I don't know. I'm sure there's something that you're not doing.
Yeah. A lot of it, we do really want to focus on some of that very high level, and then also exit strategy type things. Because like you said, the guy's been in 10 years. How are you gonna end this? Are you gonna retire? Are you just gonna work till you die? Or what is your actual plan here? So there's a lot of franchise classes type things. How to maybe transition into a brick and mortar, which is kind of the opposite of what our intro class is about.
Right.
But there's how to sell correctly, how to add more trucks and not work as hard, have someone else do the work for you. That type of longer term, higher level type planning.
Awesome. And I'm sorry, is there some of that at this one, or is that kind of where you're headed, do you think?
Yes, we actually do have a couple about franchising and whatnot at this one. So
excellent. I will be there.
We have different tracks. We have a business marketing, the food and truck, health regulations, and then the mobile vendor 101. So that's the intros, but everything else is a little bit more established, and you should already have a truck and have a couple of years under your belt.
And the education for both days is pretty much the same, with some exceptions?
No, actually, mostly different. There are a couple repeat sessions. Bill Moore does some sessions for us that are standing room only in Houston. So we're excited for some of those that were very popular just to repeat it the next day so that people can.
So I need to be strategic about which ones I'm going to then. All right.
Yes, I would plan out your agenda ahead of time.
Perfect. So I know I'm bringing one of my full-time guys coming with me. So we're kind of trying to decide if we need to divide and conquer type of thing. at least on Tuesday. So.
That's what I would definitely recommend. And, try to take some notes. And we will be filming a couple of the sessions, but it's really more for like marketing on our side at the end.
Right.
So we're not quite at a point where we can film everything yet.
Right. Understandable. Skippy?
And you want to do a podcast on the show floor, right?
If we can, that would be awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. I look forward to that.
I know Skippy has an engagement over the weekend, the previous weekend, for the World Food Championships. And depending on how he does and proceeds through that, he will be there either Monday or Tuesday. So I think we're thinking probably Wednesday for a podcast.
Yeah, Tuesday. So if we make finals, finals is on Tuesday. So I wouldn't be able to fly out until Tuesday night or early Wednesday morning. So I'm looking at.
Good luck.
It's going to be fun. We'll start with that. There's 40. Last year there was only 28 teams. This year there's 48 teams.
Wow, what are you cooking?
It's pork. Chicken, ribs, and brisket. And then if we make top 20, we go to the second round, which is anything that we want to cook, we turn in. And then if we make top 7, then we cook Cornish game, or anything that involves Cornish game hens. The World Food Championships we've got 13 different categories, total of almost $500,000 in prize money. And it's a big deal. Last year was our first time. This year's we know more than we did obviously last year, but it's very, very chefy, very chefy. But we're just gonna go and run with it. There's a lot of the day one. I'm looking at your education listings, and I think day one is a great, definitely a lot of people need to be there. There's one that I would love to go to, which is using AI and social media, presented by Food Truck Beast. I think that's going to be, I'm surprised that that's not longer. It looks like it's about 50 minutes. But it seems like
that's all of our sessions are like 45 minutes. But that's with Max Bogner. He has a booth as well, so people can go chat with him at his booth on the show floor.
That's what I was looking at too. You guys have a lot of vendors. I mean, a lot of big name vendors that can provide a lot of knowledge to anybody looking to start up a food truck or people that have been in the game for a while. I think that's amazing.
Right. Yeah. That's really the goal is to, I wouldn't say we completely vet each person on the show floor, but when we look at the vendors, we want to make sure they are good solutions for the people we're bringing. So when I looked at POS systems and everything, I didn't want just an out of the box Square. Everyone knows who Square is. Yeah. We were trying to find ones that were very food focused and could probably be a better solution, better fees than just one of the big name box ones. So stuff like that. We wanted people to walk in and meet people that can really help them, not just.
And you have Easy Eats as a vendor.
Yep.
Okay, I've heard a lot of good things about them. Then you have one on Tuesday or on the day 2, which is Wednesday, very early, but it's under the business and marketing tab, marketing in the off season. That presented by Bill Moore. Again, I don't know how that could be done in 40 to 50 minutes. That's
a huge topic, obviously.
Huge topic. Something we're going to talk about in the next couple months is just what do we do in the off season. But I love the fact that you guys are tackling that. That's fantastic.
And there are some, stuff like that. Obviously, that's not going to be completely wrapped in the 50 minutes. But we do have a stage on the education or on the trade show floor where people like Bill Moore, what we call them campfires, but they'll sit around and make it a little more intimate, not as, teachy, but that's where people can ask more questions. You can continue that type of conversation and people can, ask more relevant questions to them without being in a huge classroom environment.
Josh, he does have one campfire session titled, "When is the right time to get a second truck or third?" It's at 1:30. It's at 1:30, presented by Bill Moore.
Thank you.
You can definitely go talk with that.
I am ready. I just don't have any place to park it.
We can figure it out.
Yeah. Tell that to my wife and the homeowners association behind me.
True that.
So a couple food vendors. GFS, which is Michigan based and huge
Yeah.
around this area, obviously.
Recorded.
And then Aspire Bakeries. Are the Fat Kid in me wants to, so are they going to be doing any demonstrations or samples or anything, or is it strictly
I
just
can't remember if
sales?
it's Aspire. I know we're hosting some coffee each morning, and because some of those sessions are pretty early, so we'll have free coffee from 8 to 10 each day. And there is I can't remember if it's Aspire, one of the other bakeries, but they will be handing out samples that morning
Awesome.
to kind of get some sugar and carbs to get you going in the morning.
And you have a trailer vendor, Custom Trailer Pros, coming. That's actually where I bought my trailer from.
Oh,
So
really? Yeah, it's Jesse. They're great.
Yeah, I give them a solid B
Piece
plus,
of your
A
mind.
minus.
Okay.
I mean, there are screws falling out, but it happens everywhere.
I'm sure those aren't important.
No, as long as it still rolls.
The number of
But
screws I've replaced, man, I tell you.
I'll tell you what, though, they have been, for anybody looking to get a truck, they have been very good as far as communication goes. If I have any issues, if I have any questions, they're very good at getting back to me with the answers. And if there's anything that needs to be done, they're warranting all their stuff. So it's good to have somebody that you can call or text, and they'll get back to you within 24 hours. Something that everybody should be doing.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I can't wait to get down there. I know we're arriving Monday morning. Me and my guy, and we're both looking forward to it. So I can't wait. I'm just glad to go to a trade show again. It's been a while. But I'm sorry.
Yeah, I get to fly to another show next week, and fly straight from there to our show.
Well, you're busy then. What show are you doing next week?
It's called SEMA. It's like aftermarket car parts. It's one of the biggest like car shows in the world, even though it's business. Yeah, so my company used to produce it. We haven't done it in about 10, 15 years, but I still go because some of my other shows are in the automotive vertical. And it's an excuse to go to SEMA. So
SEMA's amazing. Is it in Vegas?
Yeah. It's at the convention center. It's just huge. I'm a huge car guy, so it's just one of my favorite times of year.
Yeah, all the big shows are in Vegas, man. So yeah, I did ISC security conference. I was big into IT and cameras and stuff like that. So they have an East and West show. The West show has always been in Vegas. I think one of the first years I did it was shortly after the shooting at the concert in Vegas. And they had the sheriff there doing a presentation. He was one of the keynotes, and they actually had the 911 tapes played them for us. And he says, we didn't know anything. He said there was so much noise from echoes, and there were so many people running into other hotels. They thought there was 4 to 5 active situations going on, and they just had no idea. It was really cool to see. And, all that stuff. It's like what to use as a weapon. Like you're looking around the rooms like, oh no. Like, they said it would take a week to clear the conference center. If there was a situation, it would take them a full week. They'd have to shut it down for a week to clear all the space because the spaces are so massive.
Wow.
So happy attending. Hopefully nothing goes down. Yeah. But yeah, I love conferences. Conferences in Vegas are really cool, and it's a good space. But I'm definitely looking forward to some, I'd say, warmer weather. But we've been pretty spoiled up here in Michigan the last couple of weeks. So, but I'll take 80s and over 60 right now.
Yeah, so far it's looking like not that they always know that far out, but the weather's looking pretty decent right now.
Thank God. Good. And then is that 50? I think it was 15%. Is that the code is that still active for our listeners?
Yes, it's the same code as last time, which was I just pulled it up here.
Thought it was
MMFT. Yeah, 15.
Perfect. Awesome. I know that we do have at least a couple of our listeners that said they were going, and a couple more that said they were still thinking about it. Awesome. A lot of them are taking a kind of wait and see type of approach and hoping for next year type of thing. So I think if you guys keep growing it, I think it's great for the industry. And there's so many of us that came from non-business backgrounds that just kind of did it on a whim and are kind of meandering through it and figuring stuff. I mean, there's a reason so many food trucks fail and restaurants fail, and because everybody thinks it's easy to open, you know, and I just got to get the truck, got to get it licensed, and then we can roll, and we're just be making money. And
You mean
there's
it's
so
not?
much. No, no, definitely not. Yeah, I think a lot of people don't realize the amount of work and attention to detail to all the other things that you have to have in order for it to get to where it's sustainable. You know, so
Yeah.
it's,
And you're not just killing yourself working, doing everything yourself every single day and barely scraping by.
Yeah.
For
So
something
yeah,
that's fun.
I have zero fun. I love it, but it's not fun for me.
Zero fun, sir.
Yeah, zero fun. So yeah, I think it's a great thing. I'm so happy that it's finally happened. Every year I looked and kind of Google searched, you know, food truck conventions, expos, anything, trade shows, just looking for something to go to kind of see other people from other areas and kind of figure out what they're doing. And I mean, I've learned all I can learn from our fellow food trucks in this area, you know, all the things that they do, they're a little bit different than I. It's nice to see other people from other areas that are doing stuff that we never even thought of in this area, you know, or market in a way that we never thought of. So yeah, it's from the networking standpoint alone. I mean, to the education I mean, Bill Moore's the guru of food truck trading right now.
Yeah.
So it's great that all that's going to be in one spot for a couple days. I can't wait. I really am excited.
Yeah, it's going to be here before you know it. So yeah, if people are thinking about signing up, we still do have some spots for education. So that is the one thing that could sell out. I don't think it will because these rooms are a little bit bigger, but we do have capacities on the education rooms. But I would just get your ticket in advance so you don't have to deal with it.
Do we need to pre-register for classes, or
no? You don't have to pick your classes or anything. You just need to, you know, grab your badge.
Excellent. Okay, great. Sorry, it's a allergy and cold season up here starting, so we're all scratchy and stuffy and miserable up in the Midwest. Good. Skippy, got anything else, Skippy?
No, I'm mesmerized. I can't wait to go.
Awesome. Well, yeah, I can't wait to meet you guys in person. I'll be in hopefully we can record something on the show floor for a little bit.
Yeah, that'd be just let me know when and where we need to be. And like I said, we have all our stuff. I'm planning on bringing everything with me, so we should be pretty low maintenance, and we can do our little S show from anywhere. And yeah, it'd be great to pull some people in and man on the street type of thing. So we look forward to it.
I was going to set you up a little booth with a backdrop and stuff. So that,
awesome.
You know, just get some brand and all that.
Awesome, man. Thank you so much. We appreciate everything you're doing. Appreciate you doing so much work on this show. And I've mentioned it, I think, just about every week for the last month, or at least since Houston. Trying to get people there. So the more people are there,
no, I appreciate you guys.
The more likely we have many more of these. So thank you, sir. And we'll see you in a couple of weeks. If you got anything else.
All right. Nope. Thanks, guys. And yeah, can't wait to meet you in person. Have a great day.
Thanks, Sheldon.
Absolutely. You too. Thanks, Sheldon.
Bye. That was Sheldon, everybody. Sheldon K. with some massive expo show conglomerate.
Sheldon K, which is not Cooper.
Correct. Yeah, it's Kaye.
Correct.
Yeah, not K as in Cooper, which would be C.
I mean,
so well, good. I hope we have some listeners that are planning on making the trip. And like I said, it'd be great to meet you guys in person. Get together for a drink after the show one day. All would be awesome. Yeah.
I'm hoping I can get down there in time.
I hope so too. Otherwise, I mean, Chris has to sit in for you. He doesn't like being on camera.
He does have a face for radio.
He does, but
I can call in. I'm just saying.
Yep. It's always worked so well for us.
I know. Absolutely.
And I imagine the cell signal between World Foods and Orlando is spot on.
Actually, it's yes. We'll just go with yes. We'll just go with yes.
And based on the traveling I did between Austin and New Orleans and traveling along that side of the coast, was pretty not awesome. I think I actually lost GPS signal at one point in time.
I like how you say pretty not awesome.
Pretty not awesome.
Yeah. Hey, have you seen any of the newer food trailers that are out there? As far as they do not have the large exhaust vent on the roof anymore.
Mhm.
They actually vent out the side of the truck.
Yep.
Wow, interesting. I haven't seen that until I think it was yesterday.
Yeah, they're pretty awesome. I have also seen ventless hoods now too, so where they don't have any external vent.
That's gonna just kill some inspectors. I don't know if they
I'm
know
sure
what
it doesn't
they're-
make them super happy.
Yeah.
But
I don't even
yeah,
know if they know what to expect anymore.
so yeah, it recirculates the air in such a way that it goes through whatever filters that you're good to go.
Yeah.
So, which I looked into those for a couple of the B&M spots we were looking into, like, well, how cheap can we go, without having to put a hole in the roof or on the side of the building to put in a hood exhaust. Does something like this work?
Yeah, exactly.
For that? Like, what can we get away with here? So,
and it should.
Yeah. Questions I have ready for like our fire inspector guys. That, hey, have you guys seen these? What's your thought on them? Does it fly in Michigan? Yeah. So, yeah, there's all kinds of new stuff out there that's pretty cool, and I'll be interested in talking to custom trailer pros while we're down there.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I'm still not sure which way we're going. I am currently. Mark found us on the YouTube.
Hey, Mark.
It's just on the TikTok.
Just as long as he subscribes.
He's still showing. He's still showing in both places now.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Mark said he liked and subscribed. Thank you, Mark. Appreciate it, buddy.
Make sure you get Spoons to do it too.
He says he loves the talk. Yeah, I'm still not sure. I am kind of actively looking or being aware of used trailers that are for sale. Seems like there's a whole lot of them hitting the market lately.
Doesn't matter what's in them.
Yeah. I don't want to have to gut a trailer to get on the road. So at this point, I don't even know what I would use it for fully. So it's kind of, if I see something that makes sense, then I'll look a little bit harder at it. But I'm also not looking to spend 50 grand either.
How about 45?
So if it's something that we can use as a smaller setup type of thing, have minimal equipment in it and send it out roadside while we're doing another catering gig somewhere else, then maybe that's a possibility, or something that we can park somewhere permanently in a parking lot type of thing. Yeah, that's what it is.
So this right here is the TV that comes out.
Where's the generator box?
It does not have a generator box. This is for obviously propane, but your generator would probably go right there.
I don't even see a plug.
Right there, I think. Right there. Or here, actually. Yeah, right there.
Okay.
Hey, it has a working awning. That's a step. But I like how they did their TV box. It's pushed out. The only other TV boxes I've seen ever actually like take up wall space where it goes inside.
Yeah.
I actually like how it's vertical, not horizontal. Good old diamond plate floors. Gotta love those.
Not really.
No, I hate them.
Looking forward to.
But you could probably take the fryer out, obviously, if you don't want it. They were known for their wings, supposedly. You run the whole thing on that little guy.
Wait, well, there's no electrical equipment in there.
There's a couple fridges.
A fridge, yeah.
Yeah, there's a couple fridges. But that's it. But it's an STG.
2-bay steam well. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of work that I would have to do to rearrange some stuff in there. No cabinet space.
True. None. But you could probably get them down to 40.
Yeah.
Maybe 35.
No. I don't want to spend 40 to put another 10 in.
True that.
So
True that.
like I said,
All right.
I'm not in a big hurry, but kind of if I see the right thing that I'm looking for, then I might jump at it. But like I said, I don't have any place to park a second trailer currently. So,
Well, there are storage units that have outdoor parking.
yeah, that I can plug in.
I didn't say that you could plug in. You just said you didn't say you didn't have any place to plug in and park. You just said
I have a place
park.
to plug in. I don't have a place to park it that I can plug in.
Exactly.
Why wouldn't of course I would need to plug it in. I'm not going to empty that fridge every day.
No, you just buy another tow vehicle and have Chris park this one in his house.
He doesn't have room.
Oh. Well, that sounds like a bigger problem.
That my staff doesn't have room to house our company stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Is the place next to Chris for sale?
The church?
You could probably you could throw it at the church.
Yeah, no problem.
I actually just found out that one of our food truck guys who's had a catering business at the basement of a church just bought a brick and mortar and is going to turn it into a lounge.
Nice. I wouldn't mind buying a church, turn it into a restaurant.
Wow. Like, wow. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. Get after it.
Mm-hmm. All right. I got nothing else.
Yeah.
I'm all done.
I want to go take a nap now.
Yeah.
I want to take a nap. I'm going to go take a nap. So
Justin says the Titans did suck. That's a very timely comment from what we were talking about at the beginning of the show. Justin, thank you for getting off tape delay. The Titans did suck. I do believe, though, that they had, according to the announcers, they were toting the number one defense in the NFL.
there's no way.
Suck it.
There's no way. At 1-5, they had the number one. They were
Just no
number one
offense.
defense.
But they're also negative on turnover differential by like 9 going into the game.
Not anymore.
Yeah, now it's worse. Now it's 14.
And Goff did not have a good game. Like, in all reality,
He had a great game.
Sorry, he did not have a high output game. How about that?
When you get the ball in the 30-yard line every time, there's not a whole lot of field to work with. That's what he kind of said in his post game. He's like, we never had an opportunity to throw the ball down the field. We got to work with a short field. They were in positive territory almost every possession.
Next week's going to be big.
I don't know that Tennessee punted. Oh, yeah, they did. Never mind. The one they got run back for a touchdown. That one. And the other one that was a 60-yard return.
Next week's going to be big.
Oh, the Packers, whatever.
At the Packers.
Lions by 14.
Did you see the end of the Bears game?
Yes.
Oh, they have to be so mad. Bears fans
should never have even come to that, but yes, that was pretty ridiculous.
For people who don't know, Bears were up. Jaden Daniels threw just a monster. I think it had to be almost a 70-yard Hail Mary.
It was a heck of a throw.
It was, but it was in. I mean, he just thrown it up, and somebody hit it, and somebody from the Washington Commanders or whatever.
Not somebody that hit it. Somebody that was talking trash to the crowd while the play was going on.
Yeah.
And then realized what happened and ran over there, and he's the one that tipped it to the guy.
So Goff was 12 of 15 for 85 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Yeah. That's what everybody's. And his passer rating of 130 or something like that.
We're going to call this a
letdown game.
I guess him and David Montgomery had the same OBR.
Yeah.
Which is hilarious.
Oh, Jared Goff had a fine game.
Oh, sorry. Goff's was 129.9 for a rating. David Montgomery was 118.8.
Yeah. Everybody talking about how Goff had a bad game. He still only missed 4 passes.
He did
3 passes, I think.
4 times.
Well, yeah. I mean, that one right off, that first one was pretty rough. Justin said he should be able to listen from the beginning next week. They're still in the hospital. Baby should be home later this week.
Aw.
Tried to name him Josh, but my wife said no.
Skippy it was.
Mark says the Bears still suck. Changed my mind. I will not. The Bears do
Will
suck.
not. Bears do suck.
I was pretty sure that record was pretty fraudulent, and I think everybody expected them to be the ones to drop off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the Green Bay game. I'm glad it's a night game. It'll be a good game. I think the Lions will probably win it.
It is a 4:25 game.
I thought it was an 8 o'clock game.
According to what it says, it's a 4:25 on Fox.
Did they
I'm
move
not
it?
lying to you.
Maybe the Houston game was 8 o'clock.
Yes, the Houston game is 8:20 the following week.
I was thinking it was the other way around. I thought the Packers Lions was that. Fuck. Chris, you're working Sunday. I'm going to stay home. It's your turn.
All right. Let's blow this clam bake.
All right.
It's a.
All right, we're now over. Yeah. Enough football talk. All right, everybody. I hope you all have a good week. Stay warm. Stay busy.
Believe in the dream. The money will follow.
Take care of the people. The money will follow.
Absolutely.
All right, everybody. Peace out. Have a good day. Talk to you next week. Bye.
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 No outro anymore?
No outro?
No outro.
We haven't had an outro.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
I don't remember.
Shut up.
I don't remember the last show we did an outro.
Okay, great. Shh, quiet.
We'd try.
Still gonna go take a nap.
You can do that one. Why is that? I tried to do an outro.
How'd that work?
Not great. No, nothing's working now. All right.
Well, because, yeah, you already.
I can still do previews of stuff.
Oh.
See, that works. That worked.
I don't know what you're doing because I can't tell if it worked or not.
You can't hear it?
No.
Oh, because I have it on preview.